Oh god. Okay. I have only just realised now that my mic was muted. And I have been talking non-stop. I've had about a half an hour rant on how terrible music is these days. I've had another half an hour rant, actually like a 2-minute rant on how plastic surgery doesn't even look like plastic, like doesn't look real at all. I've also discovered that gravel can be used to cover mines in. I've also said some things that I wanted to look back on. I've also played the piano for no reason. I've also went and had a look at what trophies I need to do. I have said so much more that I can't even remember. And you guys have no idea what's going on. But I'm not even annoyed about that. What I'm annoyed about, my rant's not going to be heard. And it was a bloody good rant as well. God, I really should check my mic more often. And that was funny. Believe it or not, I said some funny things. Didn't make me laugh, but I know they'd make other people laugh because it was funny. I was funny for once. And you might think, haha, you're joking now. No, I was being funny. And now it's gone. I was talking to myself. I get no views, right? So I'm normally talking to myself, really. I was talking to myself way more than that. Because there's not even the potential for anybody to hear it. Sometimes I'll get the odd viewer. My last episode had somebody viewing for the entire thing. Which is cool. I appreciate that. Thank you, whoever that viewer was. That'll explain why I was trying to interact with them and then they didn't respond. So yeah, basically I've had my mic muted this entire time and I've been ranting and I've been explaining things and I explained why I was building a house, right? Basically I was watching Markiplier and I felt bad that I didn't have a base. All I had was a massive plank of wood in the middle of a river and I started feeling sorry for myself. So then I built a massive thing, not a massive thing, I built a house and I was going on about how I never build and I don't know anymore, but basically I was doing good. I'm so sorry you guys never got to hear any of that. I know you'd probably laughed so much. I went through my entire music playlist as well, just to say how good music is and how bad it also is. I need to listen to some sad music by Lil Pump and I need to eat ice cream. That last part's not so bad. I will happily eat a full tub of ice cream any day. I've done it on several occasions. It is one of the best feelings. And if I want to listen to a song, come on, Queen's the best option. Anybody with ears knows that. Anybody with properly working eardrums knows that. Wait, you also must have missed my rant on America. I was just starting that one. I was like 5 minutes in, but I was just starting it. So maybe I can talk about it again. So I was saying how something was as stupid as the American accent. And if you've been on this channel for more than 30 seconds, but apparently not, because I apparently never record my audio. If you've been on this channel for more than 30 seconds, you'll know I hate the American accent. And, I said something else, can't remember though. You'll know that I hate the American accent, the way they pronounce things. Like, and then I started saying how they go, a bottle of water. And I I say, no, that's not even an original idea. I'll stop saying, I just pretend I'm going on the right now. That's not even an original idea, because long before I ever heard a bottle of water, I was hearing a bottle of water, people taking mick how they say L instead of T, and personally, I don't say a bottle of water. I can, a bottle of water, but it's not natural to me. A bottle of water. Bottle of water. Bottle of water. See, and the first, when JD brought it to my attention, I went, what, do they think we go, a blah blah blah, a blah blah blah, a blah blah blah? Because to me, somebody going, a bottle of water, sounds like, a blah blah blah. Oh God, don't do that. But anyway, it's not even original. The whole bottle of water. We were ripping you on your bottle of water way before you were ripping us on bottle of water. No one I know even speaks like that. Like, most of the people I know, granted, say bottle and water and yeah. Granted. But nobody I know speaks like this. A bottle of water. Hello, I'm British. I'm going to kill this cow. Here, have some beef. Nobody I know speaks like this British accent, right? So you can shove it. Because, I don't know, you just shove it because I don't even need a reason for you to shove it. Just shove it with your bottle of water. America, you can have the bottle of water. You can have a bottle of water, cause I'm American and I like to eat dirt. I'm not racist, by the way. I've just got an extreme profound hate for the way the Americans pronounce things, which I argue is not racism. It's just, it's like how I've got people, because where I'm from, people don't like to pronounce things properly either. For example, I had to teach myself to say properly, because where I come from, people say properly. Do it properly then. So I've reteach myself to say properly. It didn't take too long, and you know, one of the funniest things I've ever said in my life. That's a lie. I've said some way funnier stuff than this. But I said, somebody said to me, "Why do I speak all posh?" Because I pronounce things properly. I went, this isn't posh. This is just what it sounds like when things are pronounced properly. But I said properly, like properly. So it was like proper, condescending. That's not me being horrible to my mates. It's being horrible to some people who bullied me for no reason for 2 years. That was me calculating it whilst saying it, but like doing the calculation whilst I was saying it, so if I was wrong it'd been too late anyway. But yeah, 2 years. Because it all stopped when I went into this year. Well, it's the 6 weeks now, I'm going into the next year above. You know, I'm not exactly being... I'm not going to say how old I am, but I'm not going to keep it a secret. Oh yeah, I am. I'm going to give you a base age. I'm over 13, I'm under 17, there you go. In between and including, so I am between 13 and 17. So I was going into... So, we'll go for A, B, C, and D, yeah. A, bullied. Yeah, B, bullied worse. Yeah, C. See, and this can be anywhere between primary school and secondary school and college. So, how do you feel? People trying to figure out my age. So yeah, went from your A to being bullied, your B to being bullied even worse, your C to not being bullied much at all, and also asserting my dominance because I'm a pretty good fighter, if I do say so myself. So then people saw me fight, kind of stayed away. Also the fact that the school completely changed the way our classes were. So I got put in a class full of, I'm gonna be quite frankly honest, clever people who think like me, people who have aspirations like me. I got moved out the class of the idiots who want to go nowhere in life. And that may seem harsh, and it is kind of harsh to say that, but it's not wrong, is it? There are idiots who just aren't going to get anywhere in life in the class, and there's most of them are like that in the class I was in. So yeah, bullied for A for wanting to do things in my life, bullied in B for wanting to do things in my life, but even more, not bullied in C. I mean, still kind of had beef with some people, but never done anything about it because I just couldn't be bothered, to be honest. And I'm going into year D now, so now that's going to go. Apparently we're going to get moved into our old classes, because our forms and classes are completely different. It's a bit complicated, but basically, I'm going to make it proper basic. We're going to get moved back into our year 7 forms, which is... Anyway, we're going to get moved back into our year A forms. Which... Okay, if you could listen, I've literally... You can probably figure out what year I'm in now. And how old I am. I'm going to get moved back into our year A forms. Apparently. But your A form and your A class were the same thing, apart from maths, which got setted after Christmas. Then in year B, we had a different form for year B, but the same class for year A, apart from in English and maths, because English had now been setted. In year C, they completely moved around the forms again, and every single class. So everything was different. Some forms stayed the same though. No, that's a lie, none of the forms stayed the same. Some stayed similar. For example, a particular year B form. A particular year B form. The year B's stayed in that for their year C. That makes sense? Yeah, that definitely makes sense. So yeah, and now we're going into year D. But yeah, we had mixed year forms in year B, so things changed. And now apparently we're going back into our year A forms. But I don't know about classes. I hope I'm in my year C classes, because I really love this class. It's great. I mean, in my science class, but now we're being cited for science as well. We're gonna get moving to different things, and I'm in extending in science. Like science, I'm top of the class all the time. So one of my best mates, I'm in science with him. In fact, I'm in science with a load of my best mates. To be fair, I was never really a social person in school because of the bullies, you know, self-confidence and all that. But I've been, now that they've gone, now that I don't talk to them, and they're not in the same class as me, most of them are on a different side of the year, I've been so much more social this year, made so many more friends. So most of my best friends are in the science class, because science is where I thrive. I'm most confident when I'm in science classes, because I know, I don't know, I just feel comfortable. It's like home, isn't it? So yeah, I need an iron pickaxe. So most of my best friends are in science classes, and in the nicest way possible. A few of them aren't bright with science, you know. But I love my science class, and I hope my science class is just exactly the same next year with the same teacher. I mean, I've had 3 science teachers this year. We had one who left early on, like they were going to go for maternity leave around December anyway, but that'll go early for some reason. So then we had this substitute teacher who, like, he subs for the school often, but he's just a sub. He doesn't like teaching at a place for too long. I'm not too sure why. But then we had this teacher in particular, and he's probably my favourite. Lots of people hate him. And I suppose I can understand why. He likes to annoy people. But he doesn't, he's not like, I will annoy you, ha ha ha. What the hell? But he has an annoying personality, but I like it. Quite similar personality to me, to be fair. So yeah, makes him great, because we have a similar personality. See, as I was saying, science is great. I've got most of my best friends in. I'm not going to name them, but there's I'll just say their initials. There's R, there's E, A, G. No, R I've been friends with since year 7. I've been mates with them since year 7, but we like became like way better friends this year. G only became friends this year. E only friends this year. A friends this year, but kind of spoke to each other a tiny bit out in the year before. I'm trying to think of other people. There's E, been friends since year 7 though. That's all I can think of really. But even though, like, I'm not really popular, I'm not as unpopular now, but I used to be really unpopular because of rumours that were just completely untrue. Absolutely. Half of them didn't even make sense. But, I don't know. I get on with the popular people. In science, anyway. And it's not even because they just want me to do the work for them, actually, which is the stereotype. They just genuinely talk to me, have fun. When we were quarantining in one... Oh, bloody hell. In one of the science lessons that were... Not quarantining, isolating, there's a difference. Oh, self-isolating. What was it called? It was quarantine, it was quarantine. One of the popular people, T, we'll call them T, started an Among Us match after we left, because why not, I suppose. And they're like, anyone want to join? And they just asked me specifically, hey, Jim, do you want to join? And I was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, we had fun. After a while, because they didn't have data, so and you know, they couldn't run Among Us and Snapchat at the same time, because I had Snapchat at this point in time. Because Among Us would just like crash, which it did for everybody really, so fair enough. So then I had to phone them, and getting the number was a pain, and then they had to say the code a couple of times because I couldn't hear them. It's a bit of a pain, but you know, it worked. Oh, yeah, me and T get along now quite well, actually. Like, I wouldn't say like we're mates, yeah. I'd say acquaintances. Nah, we're more than acquaintances, but not much more. And what else? I mean, there's C, we don't really talk, but She's never really been horrible to me. So it doesn't count at all. Let's think. M. Come pretty good mates this year actually. Me and M. Never talked before really until this year. I'm trying to think of other people in my science class in particular. But anyway, you get the gist. If I think of anybody else, I'll say. So you get the gist. You know, this year, different class made friends. Different classes, I should say, because half my classes are different than other ones. So yeah, even popular people become matey with me, which I like, I suppose. I'd never want to. I've also moved friendship. Like I used to be in a. No, I'm gonna put it in very basic terms, right? Basic, offensive terms, which is the best terms. Not the best terms. They are the terms I'm best with, right? The group I was in. Well, originally it was just misfits, I suppose. You know, like one person from my primary school, their mates, and eventually somehow that turned into the. I can't even think of a way to say this. Like, I can't even think of a way to say this. The nobody knows what okay, so let's make this. In my school, there's like in my year, there's two gay groups. There is the popular gay people who never really talk about it. Nobody really cares about them really. They just do their own thing. They're not unpopular. They're not hated. They're just there. Well, to me, they're just there. They're not hated on that much. I'm pretty sure none of them are straight. And then the group that I was in was the other gay group that was proper weird. Everybody changed the gender 20 times a day. And yeah, I definitely did not fit into that at all. So then I moved friendship groups because I had my best mate, yeah. I was in their group. Brilliant friendship group, I love it. Still going. It's still that group. So yeah, I changed that as well. We still talk to people in that one, but it's odd group. So yeah, socially, very good year for me. I think I had a point at the beginning that I've just completely forgot. I don't know, if you think life isn't going well for you, school-wise, bullying, I mean, I thought it was never going to get any better. Ever. I thought I was going to be stuck in this horrible loop forever of being bullied every day coming home. But I wasn't. I have friends, great friends. I don't have many friends, granted. But, the few friends I have are amazing friends. And, you know, I used to think that, you know, you need loads of friends, you know. I'm pretty sure most people think this. You need loads of friends. If everybody's not your friend, there's something wrong. It's absolutely wrong. If everybody is your friend, there's something wrong, because just because. But yeah, I mean, I've got one friend, and no, I've got more than one friend, but there is one friend that I have, and they're the only friend I need, really. No, it's good that I've got more friends than just this friend, which we're gonna call Kale. But, you know, Kale's the best friend anybody could ever have. Okay, so I've gone from ranting about plastic surgery and music to talking about random stuff to do with my school life and social life and science class to somebody not my science class, but P, we'll call them P. They've been sound to me, and they were one of the main bullies. Well, they weren't even one of the main bullies, but they were mates with the two main bullies. But they still did a few things, you know. Yeah, we get them. Oh, there's another one. We'll call them J. They're not actually called J, but their initial is J. Yeah, same thing with them. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next